The stunning collapse of
Okay, how many people have
23andMe.
heard of Ancestry.com, or obviously as per the title,
What?
23andMe?
Ancestry.com. What?
Those that haven't, or those that have but just
Never
don't know
heard
who
of
they
that.
are. They're currently the two largest DTC
The fuck
genetic
is this?
testing names in the entire world. DTC, or direct-to-consumer genetic testing, is
What the fuck? Gay, I think.
basically the process of mailing a kit to your home that it was sent to,
Yeah, when they mail kids to your home, that's what they do. Fact.
and then showing you all sorts of things about your DNA, such as predisposition for certain cancers, heritage, genetic profile, and even things like reconnecting with long-lost relatives who are also in their database.
Yeah, like ghosts. You can communicate with ghosts. It's like the cyber chip in Cyberpunk. That one.
It was actually a pretty big fad back in the early 2000s, but over the years since,
We've
it's
had
also
that
become
technology.
somewhat controversial. Yeah, it turns out this kind of testing is basically a super advanced paternity test on top of everything else, which led to a lot of people accidentally discovering things that they really wish they had
What happens is slowly you become, sadly, aliens. This was fucked up.
known. Like parents not being their real parents, or siblings that somebody was never told about, if you get my meaning, which is a whole issue by itself. But despite that sort of danger, the novelty of having an in-depth look at your genetic code can be a pretty alluring concept, and it turns out there's a pretty substantial market for it.
They steal your DNA and sell it to who? Aliens.
According to the American Medical Association,
Disgusting.
roughly 100 million people have taken these tests so far, and that was back in 2021. The market as a whole is projected to be worth well over $8 billion.
That means they're going to make, you know what that means? They've got 100 million individuals to participate. They're going to make 100 million clones. You're fucked. Why would you do that to yourself? I hear you ask. I don't know.
Billion dollars by 2033,
I don't know.
and the number of possible applications for this type of data itself are enormous. So what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I
Well,
don't know.
that's a question best directed towards 23andMe,
Alien invasion. Alien invasion. Yeah, let's go with that.
the
Lock that one
holding
in.
company, because it turns out quite a lot can go wrong, leaving a once $6 billion Silicon Valley darling unicorn startup business to crash and burn
What is
completely,
this?
which is precisely what has now happened. Let's dive in.
But they'll send you a baby. This is a mixture of aliens and baby Satan.
23andMe was originally founded in 2006 by three separate people.
Fuck is
Anne
this?
Wojcicki, I think I'm saying that properly, Wojcicki, Paul Kusenza, and Linda Avey. There's not a whole lot about Paul Kusenza out there, so sorry, Paul, that's it for you. But the other
No, the thing is because he's an alien. They fucking don't know.
two is where it gets interesting. Now,
I
just
don't
to
know.
explain something real quick, Anne Wojcicki is part of the club. And if you don't know what I mean by that, it's actually very simple.
It's the special club of special fucking people.
Anne Wojcicki was married at the time, they're divorced now, to Sergey Brin, co-founder of Google. And her sister
Damn.
is Susan Wojcicki, former CEO of YouTube. After
Damn, these peoples.
the company was conceptualized and founded by Linda Avey, she was the original architect. Anne Wojcicki comes on board and starts amplifying the business as much as humanly possible. She was big on promotion and advertising, as far as I can tell.
They're all clearly in it.
One of her chosen methods of doing that, so it seems, was by targeting a sort of high society demographic. And that's where we get things called spit parties, which is literally just a bunch of rich
They come and they spit at you in your face. You pay for it as well. Imagine. That's happening.
and famous
It's happening in our world.
people getting genetically tested together.
In this dimension. Yeah. Baby Satan is the best though. Like, he's amazing. I've met him a few times, so you got to judge when you meet him. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad. But yeah, Baby Satan, yeah, he's there. He does stuff. He walks around. He's got good cigars. Yeah, Baby Satan.
Because it's a social fad.
So you just got to know. If you know, you know. Yep. You go, oh, that's Baby Satan over there. You go, yeah, all right, mate. And then he just keeps it moving.
And they all know each other.
He likes dumb shits. Baby Satan likes dumb shits. If you don't know about Baby Satan, oh, he loves that. Then he'll fuck with you. If you don't know about Baby Satan, he'll back your life up. You'll be Baby Sataned, you know, to the teeth.
In essence, 23andMe becomes a beacon of elitist socialite trends in the world of Hollywood, venture capital, and even government.
Yeah, all
If you
of
want
them.
even more proof of this, here's a photo of Linda Avey, Anne Wojcicki, also her husband, obviously, Rupert
Look, I'm going to give you a pause here. Baby Satan is in this picture. So, yeah.
Murdoch, and Harvey Weinstein.
Look, yeah, who are these? There's actually a few Baby Satans here. You know? Who's this in the middle, I hear you ask? This is the main Baby Satan. She's the one. She's the main baby Satan, and we're gonna have a little look at her and see what really what she's about. So yeah. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Yeah. So that's usually how they look. Exactly like this. This is exactly how they look. Like that. That's it. There is baby Satan. That, you know, if you're an unbeliever, there is. What more do you want of evidence? It's there. You know, there they are, baby Satans. Baby Satans, probably running rife in all of them. Look at this one, baby Satan. Look, that's baby Satan there again. See it? See it? You got to look. If you look, then you can see. It's very simple. This world is actually very simple. If you look with your eyes, you can see. This one's kind of like a long one. Yeah, you got to look at it like this. Look with your eyes. What do you see? I see baby Satan. So I don't know what you see, but if it's not baby Satan, you're not looking. So I'm just helping you with that. So, and obviously we know this baby Satan over here. This is the special baby Satan. This one, they made him special. See this baby Satan over here. She's very scary. This baby Satan. Look, it resembles a crow. It resembles a fucking crow, and we know this baby Satan. They really loved this baby Satan. They were promoting him. They were promoting this baby Satan for many years. Look at that. Perfect. Baby Satan right there. There it is. You ever wondered? Well, I'm giving you the fucking answers now. Write them down before the test comes. What more do you want? You shouldn't have skipped the fucking tutorial. What more can I say?
She was collecting spit samples for
Yeah, spit samples, because they go to spit parties. You don't know about spit parties. They go there, they spit in each other's faces, and they pay for it.
Genetic testing at the World Economic Forum in Davos back then. Because I guess why wouldn't you be doing that when you're part of the rich?
Look, see that ring there? This ring right here. Can you see it? That's the baby Satan ring. Fucking, I don't know if people know, but that's the exact one he wore when he was born here. That's him. Is representing, and she's pointing down at it. Can you see? She's paying homage by pointing down. Look, she's pointing down. She's exactly pointing down at the ring, saying, "Baby Satan in the building. We're baby Satans. You know, we're just here, fucking doing baby Satan stuff." Look, and then him. What's very strange about this guy, you can't really see it. So let me move my head. So what's really strange about this particular guy over here? This baby Weinstein Satan over here. He had the baby Satan hand. See it? It's crazy small baby Satan hand. That's like a known fact with this particular baby Satan. His hand didn't grow out of the baby stage. Look, baby Satan hand. See that? Crazy. All you have to do sometimes is look. If you look, you see. And then when you see, you understand. And when you understand, you become enlightened. And then when you become enlightened, no darkness can befuddle you. You'll be there, befuddledless. You can never be befuddled. You earn the achievement of, I am befuddledless. Suddenly, you could just see bullshit everywhere.
Circle. And you have a trend.
But that's like for pro gamers. That's only if you didn't skip the fucking tutorial, at least. I watched the cutscene. Shit, do you even know what the story is? You don't, do you? You've skipped all the cutscenes. What are you playing for?
New
Play Tetris, man. Play fucking Tetris or Fortnite or something. Overwatch, something. You don't need the story game. This is a serious story game. You've got to read a lot.
That tells people all
man, them are skipping the scenes and all that. What are you trying to do? Get to the fight scenes. The fight scenes are not good.
About their DNA. Regardless, though, I do think it's fascinating that a company went around for quite some period of time.
All I'm trying to do is tell them. That's all what a brother can do, innit? So I can just help you. I can't open the door for you now, can I? I can show you. That's the exact door that you need. Make sure you open that door, yeah? Not that one. That one, yeah? Silly cunt. I can do that, but I can't open it, unfortunately. So it's the best I can do.
Targeting
at least I know I'm going to sleep well.
And collecting genetic information on all the world's most rich and powerful people. I bet there's another story there, but regardless, somewhere around
regardless, because this guy, I know this guy. This guy's clever. He's read the manual. He knows. He's like, regardless, you would know, meaning you would know if you read the manual. He said it without having to say it, so yeah, boom.
2009, according to various reports from the Wall Street Journal, Fortune, and other outlets, Anne Wojcicki decides, no, fuck you, I want to run the company, and convinces the board of directors to vote her partner and the original architect of that company, Linda Avey.
This is what
she convinces the board of directors to vote her out.
See, that's what they do. That's exactly what they do.
There's this whole press
Listen to this next part.
release where she emails people and says, Linda's going to go work on Alzheimer's research now.
See, piss taker. They go to do work on Alzheimer's because they take the piss.
Bye.
So
And sure enough, she takes full control.
It's mad.
I should be clear, there's actually a podcast now with less than 300 views.
Look at that. Look at that. What more do you need? You're telling me it don't exist? Look with your fucking eyes. Baby fucking Satan.
Views on YouTube where Linda Avey straight up confirms it was not something that I chose at about 31 minutes in, despite the email from Ann Wojcicki reading, quote, I wanted to let you know that Linda Avey will be leaving 23andMe to focus her energy on transforming Alzheimer's research and treatment, leveraging the 23andMe platform.
When really they kicked her out. But the bit that they missed is by order of the one and only Baby Satan. It's because he ordered it. See, they're missing a lot of context. So that's a bit unfortunate, but it's all right. That's why I'm here.
Linda and I have talked
Don't worry
about
about
doing
it.
research in
worry about
Alzheimer's since the inception of the company. Linda will be greatly missed by me and my colleagues, but we're
Nah, see, they lied there because they wouldn't really greatly miss her. They kicked her out on purpose. This is it. Because as well, fucking Baby Satan told them to. If it was down to them, they probably would have kept her on. But because he said, well, I've had enough of this fucking cunt, get her out of here. Get her working on, I don't know, fuck knows, Alzheimer's or some shit. So they had to do it, unfortunately. But that's the way it goes. And if you know, you know.
glad she
mad.
will continue to be in a related field.
I've had enough.
And we are committed to continuing the
honest.
work that she
I
and
know.
I started 3
Yeah.
years ago. End quote. Yeah, she kicked
Cool.
her out. Linda Avey was a genetic scientist who actually founded the company. So
Yeah.
this was really just
That's what they do.
the whole obligatory "it's for the best" type press release being thrown out there by Ann
You make the company, they kick you out. On behest of the one and only.
Wojcicki, because she just backdoored the company. It's kind of
Amateur
a perfect stage
mistake.
here when you think about it.
She should have never made the company in the beginning with, didn't she know? She never fucking read the manual. Silly cunt.
No? Multi-billion
What more
dollar
can you do
startups,
for
some of the
people, man?
biggest names
Fucking
in the
hell.
entire technology world.
Sometimes enough is
$115
enough.
million here from Fidelity
No.
Management. $250
Nightmare.
million there from Sequoia Capital as
Yeah.
they infiltrate the world's most elite technology, media, and governmental billionaire circles.
Yeah, just exactly how aliens do it. They follow the alien pattern. That's what aliens done.
What could possibly go wrong? Well, as I said earlier, a lot could
Yeah, exactly. Their plan is bulletproof. They've seen aliens do it since the 1500s.
go wrong, and now the company's
There, him, this one, classic alien. Classic picture of an alien. Well, they got it right there in your face. You look at it every day in the States. You look. You'd think, that's just a geezer. It's not. It's a fucking alien.
basically bankrupt, worth
I
pennies
know.
on the dollar compared to what it used to be,
They didn't
settling lawsuits for tens of millions after millions of digital private records got leaked in a massive data breach, firing 40% of their entire workforce all at once.
That's crazy.
And the superstar co-founder who stabbed her partner in the back to take control in the first place is trying to take the company private again with an offer so insultingly bad and incompetent, the entire board of directors quits from underneath her just
Wow.
to screw with the plans.
Wow.
I don't know if I've ever seen a company flame out quite as hard as 23andMe. It's kind of amazing. All right, let's go one by one because I rattled off a whole bunch of things rapid fire, which need a lot more explanation. We'll start with valuation. 23andMe Holdings is currently worth about $3 and change. However, that valuation is based on a 20-to-1 reverse stock split, which happened in October of 2024. Basically, the literal exchange was about to delist them for failing as hard as they had been.
God
This
damn.
means that the real price is actually like 16 pennies compared to its original IPO, which happened at $10,
Goddamn.
by the way, thereby meaning that the stock is down something like 99% in total. Great
God
job.
damn.
Now, a stock move like that doesn't just happen for no reason, and a lot of it has to do with them not making enough money. People don't really come back and keep buying tests. It happens once, and then the customer is usually done for good. But another big reason is this, which is a class action lawsuit among many such lawsuits
Oh,
after the
jeez.
company suffered a 5-month-long sustained data
For
breach,
what?
exposing the
Data breach. What the fuck is data? They gotta learn to speak English.
personal information
Data.
of roughly 7 million people. As they say in the cybersecurity industry, breach happens. a colloquial term, but rather than taking any sort of accountability for that breach, 23andMe decided, let's blame the customers.
Yeah, because it wasn't their fucking decision.
And put out this statement right here about how the breach had happened. They claim it was purely the result of credential stuffing, which is where someone uses the same username and password that has already been breached on another platform prior to that, so they end up having their information stolen yet again. But if you actually read the lawsuit, you find things that very, very much contradict that notion. How about this? Quote, although defendants' public statements seem to lay the blame for the hack on its customers' reuse of previously hacked passwords, technology experts have...
They blame the customers. That's crazy. You should have changed your passwords, man. We told you. There was a hack coming. We were doing the hack. Told you, bitches, change your passwords. It's your fault.
Indicated that
what?
The hack was due to a loophole in the company's web design. As one commentator noted, a researcher revealed that 23andMe had a significant loophole in its website design, allowing anyone to view a user's profile by entering a profile ID into the URL. As the commentator stated, this is a glaring oversight for a company dealing with such sensitive data.
That's because they followed the alien pattern. You follow the alien pattern, all your data is going to get leaked. That's it. And then cloned. And then that's it. There's aliens.
End quote.
It happens that quick.
That seems like just a little bit more than your average credential stuffing attack, and the lawsuit ultimately ended with a $30 million settlement. It didn't go to trial, which isn't that much money, honestly, for a company.
30 million is not that much money. Who is this guy? Who is this man? Who is this? Who is this fucking guy? Upper echelon. Sir. He must have loads of money. 30 million, it's not that much. It's a lot of fucking money.
Company like this. But when you consider the effect of a damaged reputation, which they absolutely suffered from in the aftermath, the cost gets a whole lot higher. Turns out that the threat actor who had done this, going by the alias Gollum on breach forums, had started explicitly leaking the private information of Jewish users in the aftermath of the October.
Oh, wow. Racism. Rears its horrid head again. Yeah.
7th tragedy. And then also Chinese users who were having their data deliberately packaged together and sold as a bundle.
Packaged? Get Chinese package, mate. What the fuck?
On various black markets.
I'll have a Jewish package and Chinese package, please. What? What are you going to do? Make clones, innit, obviously, can't?
Point being, data breaches have consequences, and the idea that 23andMe would then blame their own user base for what seems to be an egregious lack of basic security is kind of ridiculous. Still, there's quite a bit more to it, such as a couple months after they finally settled the data breach lawsuit, at least the most prominent one.
Did they?
They laid off 40% of their entire workforce, disbanded multiple programs.
Did they really, though? That's the main question. Did they really? Have you ever thought of that? You haven't.
And began cost-cutting initiatives company-wide, because at this point they were just lighting all of their money on fire.
Look, light change, look. Only a little bit of change, 35 million. Fuck all. That's nothing. 40% of what, 35 million? It's nothing. Trump, I got that in my pocket. Look, 111 million. Nothing.
Except, don't worry.
6 billion and all that. What the hell was 6 billion?
It gets better, or I guess worse, because a company struggling this badly is ripe for a takeover, and that's precisely what Anne Wojcicki tried to do with a proposal to take the whole thing private in mid-2024. Actually, the timeline is kind of important here. She tried to buy the company in August of 2024, shortly before they paid out the massive data breach settlement.
She tried to buy money.
Shortly before they
She tried to buy it.
laid off half the company. So she was effectively trying to buy the whole thing dirt cheap before some of the
Cheeky fucker. She's a fucking suspect alien.
issues that crippled it
Under the behest of baby Satan. Fucked.
even further. Except the price that she offered was 40
Under the
cents per
behest
share.
of baby
The
Satan.
offer was so bad at the time that the board of directors came right out publicly and said, quote, "We are disappointed with the proposal for multiple reasons," end quote, giving her a 5-month timeline to update things, get better financing, and make a few changes. But 5 months later, because she didn't do any of those things, the entire board of directors resigned. all
They
at
said,
once.
fuck this.
Keep in mind,
Yeah, they had the plan.
we're talking about major people here, not random idealistic dreamers who just care about the customers and have
real
to be
deal.
on the board. Example, Roloff Botha, these nuts, was one of the board
These nuts.
members who is a managing partner at Sequoia Capital, which is the same firm that previously invested tens, possibly hundreds of millions of dollars in this company, or Neil Mohan, who is the current CEO of YouTube. It's a big club, and they all know each other, obviously. But apparently Anne Wojcicki isn't really in the club anymore. According to her first, and I believe only on-record public interview with Fortune since all of this actually happened, she said things like, quote, "I've always said ever since the very beginning, I don't need to be in charge," end quote. But the dual structure of the shares, the fact that she has a controlling majority and literally kicked the real founder of the company out of it all the way back in the first few years, kind of suggests otherwise. At least, that's my opinion. Overall, there's blood in the water. The company has assets, but those assets are going to be the target of investor lawsuits now because the spectacular implosion of a once booming social trend is a carnival that just keeps on going. When a CEO cements her power, right, or herself in the power structure to such an immovable extreme that the rest of the entire leadership structure just up and quits, you know it's bad. And when we talk about that big club that we're not in, it seems to me like she was
the Baby Satan Club
in it, and she was married to someone big in it, but now they're basically kicking her out because she's losing everyone obscene amounts of money and won't stop fucking it up while making herself in charge of everything. That's my take. Either way, I actually think the company's baseline value is probably quite a bit higher than where it sits right now, considering the type of data that they have and also who they have that data for. But who knows? It's a stunning example of rise and fall for a darling Silicon Valley CEO and her social trend genetic testing service startup that was once making all of the headlines and getting all of the funding and making waves.
Now we're just getting
everyone
spat
talked
on.
about it, even just a few
Now
years
it's just
ago.
getting spat on.
As per the title, The Stunning Downfall of 23andMe. That's it. If you want to support the channel, check out the links down below. A special VPN deal for anyone who wants it. Monthly memberships, locals, and Patreon.
Those legend is a good boy, Arthur. But I'm gonna go now. I'm hungry to eat. Until tomorrow, fathers. I appreciate you, Kazuki, for chilling, my brethren, my brother. Until tomorrow, until the morning sun. May the morning sun rise upon a new year. We'll have a good one anyway, fathers. Take care for now. Peace, love, tranquility.